Mastery of a hobby is hard to talk about. For some, it is what they spend all of their free time devoted to. They become obsessed, and for most people, it becomes their passion, and sometimes even their job. For others, it's an unobtainable goal. The combined time, patience, and discipline required are too high a price for a medium that was originally intended to be enjoyable. This applies to almost all hobbies, and one of the most interesting to look at is video games, because good game designers implement mastery directly into their video game. Some ways that this is achieved can range from a scoring system like in Devil May Cry, to a difficulty setting in Halo, to speedrunning tools like Celeste. However, mastery is treated as a secondary theme that happens from playing the game for enjoyment and naturally becoming better at it through practice. You can actually complete these games without ever feeling a sense of mastery. This is because they are opt-in options. A player chooses to go for the highest score, the hardest run, or the quickest time. But what if we reverse that, and you can no longer opt out of having to master the mechanics at play? Well, then you get Super Meat Boy, designed specifically to give the player a feeling of mastery after almost every level. Team Meat's first commercial product is free right now on the Epic Games Store, and here is why you should play it. For most people, this is what a skill versus time graph will look like. There's an initial kick of motivation and skill acquired. Once more time has been committed, a person realizes they have still so much to learn and how different the skill level actually is between them and a master. Here's where they usually plateau. They are far from a beginner but don't have the knowledge base of a master. It's here in the plateau that most people quit, where only the people who truly love the hobby stay. Something interesting happens though. Their knowledge base increases largely. They seek out how to be better, or perform trial and error until something clicks. They may experience some success here, but it pales in comparison to what will come next, an exponential skill increase. This is the third section of the graph, where all of the knowledge that you collected during the plateau can finally be connected in ways that you could not see before. Things thought to be disconnected become bridged from knowledge gained in the plateau. Once this rapid period of growth is over, the person has mastered the skill and will only learn marginally in comparison to what they just experienced. So knowing that, let's apply this to Super Meat Boy. This is one of my final attempts at the last level of the base game. Alright. Oh, we got it. Holy shit, we actually got it. And here's my first. As you can see, I improved a lot over the course of just this one level. Let's now take a look at how the devs of this game designed specifically so the player would have a feeling of mastery once they finished. This first section is easy enough. There are some tight jumps initially, but once understood, it is not mechanically demanding. But then we get here. This wall buzzsaw combo is responsible for a decent chunk of my attempts. After this, we have a precise wall jump between two buzzsaws into a small area that acts as a breathing room before this tower. This tower might seem impossible to pass at first, but after some quick thinking and some smart jumps, it is easily passable. These three obstacles are the main challenge of the level. Each are something that create a plateau for different players. Some might find one easy, but another one hard. Myself, I found the tower jumps to be the hardest to understand, and the precise wall jump the hardest to execute. After these three sections, the final challenge is this buzzsaw corridor, which is simple enough, but on this run, I got impatient on. This shows how Super Meat Boy condenses this process of mastery into a 5-10 minute level. To me, this is the largest selling point of the game. Once you beat a level, all of your attempts are shown at once and you see one Meat Boy emerge victorious, your final run. There are certain levels in this game that will push you beyond your limit, and you will not be able to complete them on your first run. But Team Meat knew this. With the exception of the final chapter, they made it so you can skip 3 levels of each chapter and still face the boss. The game is surprisingly beginner-friendly in this aspect and many others. The first world perfectly sets you up to complete the challenges laid out in the ones to come. But this isn't to say it doesn't reward people who want to get a bit more out of this game as well. From a dark world that you must A+ the light world level to unlock, to warp zones that will give you limited lives to overcome a challenge or a high spike in difficulty, this game is not over when the credits roll, and that is such a great feeling. Once you beat the game, in my opinion, you should absolutely start a second playthrough. What previously took me an hour and change to do took me less than 27 minutes to complete in a second run. Here you can see the difference in the statistics between my first run and my second run through. In conclusion, this game will make you experience mastery if you stick with it. There will be a plateau that will require some time and improvement to overcome, but this game is a gift. And not just because it's free right now, but because it gives many people a feeling that is hard to achieve. And while the pride of the accomplishment may not stay as long or be as strong as a mastery that takes years, it's still there and not any less valid. So go play this game. Enjoy becoming a master at it. I myself, I'm gonna go master the dark levels that still remain for me. Have a good day. Thanks for making it all the way through my video. If you want active updates on when my next video is going to be or when I'm streaming live, that's going to be here at Twitter. If you want to watch me live stream, it's going to be here at Twitch. And also, the next game that is announced to be free from Epic Games is going to be What Remains of Edith Finch. I'm really excited for that. It's going to be more of a narrative one, and I haven't really focused on that before, so it's going to be interesting to see what I can kind of gather from that. I'm going to experiment a little bit with what type of videos I make and other things like that. So if you're interested, you like what you see here, and you think I'm going to improve, please subscribe. Also, leave a like if you like it, and tell me how to improve. Anyways, don't do that if you don't want to. Just have a nice day. See ya.